Always remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Determined Focus. Today we have our guest, Brick Master Harry, a dude who we've been following on Instagram, social media, YouTube for a very long time. I've been following for like 3-4 years now.
Yeah,
this dude has been killing it. Yeah, 6 to 7 years. What are we? 32 seconds in. We already got one. Plug your stuff right now before we get any farther.
You can follow Brickmaster Harry on all social media: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And that's pretty much it. So follow along for some fun Lego content.
Yeah. Harry, you currently are on a new Lego web series.
Yes.
That has been coming out on YouTube, which is actually insane.
It's crazy.
From what I've seen, it's kind of like basically any viral video format that you can think of, but with inside of Lego. And it's you and a couple other hosts.
Right.
A, how did you get involved in that? B, how was it like filming?
Yeah, so you're talking about, it's called Brick Click, not the Brick Click, but yeah, Brick Click, I guess. And yeah, so I got an email one time by a person saying they're like an agent and like we're doing this new thing. And in the Lego space, as a Lego content creator, we typically are used to getting emails all the time from Lego Masters TV show on Fox. Like that's the big dog. And, that has its own quirks. They're really looking for more personality-based stuff, especially the US version, not as much building. They just want like that TV host style.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's probably that, like it's whatever. Cause that takes a huge process to get into and it's not, I don't know. So then I realized another buddy of mine got the same email. So I said, it's probably whatever, but I'll just hit them back. Like, what's the deal? Like, let me know. My buddy got the same email. And then they're like, no, so yeah, this is like for a new Lego thing they're doing. We're looking for this type of host for this thing. And they're being very, what's the word? Like not descriptive with it. And then after I said yes to like, let's do a call, I got on a call and then it took a couple of different auditions, online auditions to get this role. And there was like a bunch of people who auditioned for it and they ended up picking me and 3 other people who worked well together. And the funny thing is, 2 of the people aren't like Lego creators, like me and this other guy, Isaiah. Shout out to Raquel and Emily, Universe of Emily. Shout out to her. She makes some Lego inspired content, but it was interesting to see us all come together and they had Lego designers on set. They had people from Lego to make sure we're using the right terminology. And like you said, it's just 4 of us hanging in this Lego penthouse and we're all just doing these crazy challenges. 16 episodes we filmed in 6 days. We did 6 12-hour days, which was insane.
That's
in
bonkers.
LA. Yeah. And then
crazy.
We fit all those in. So they're coming out every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of it's TV, like how TV works. We say we built this giant Lego sculpture when someone else did it. And it's just really magic in there. So it's cool because Lego's trying to fit that into the teenage audience. And they're doing some more viral stuff because they're really good with kids, really good with adults, trying to bridge the gap. And I'm really stoked to be a part of something like that. If any other opportunities come up for this type of thing, that'd be great. I was going to ask you guys, because on the fact of Lego's trying to get the teenage audience involved with more content. Typically, for me, for a lot of people, we fall out of Lego around those teenage years, going into high school and college. So, what about you? What's your guys' experience kind of going into Lego, if you don't mind me asking?
Will, I'll let you. Will, I'll let you take the reins because we all like Lego, but when it comes to either of us, you are the Lego king over here.
When it came to high school, look, I don't think anybody who has ever been a fan of Lego doesn't do the thing we all do when you go into a Walmart or a Target and you just go walk by the aisle.
Yeah.
See what it is. So like, I would say that would probably be the baseline for most teenagers of like, oh, I wonder what they have coming out. But at least for me in high school, I was still up on what was coming out. I was still like asking family members like, hey, if you want, you can just get me this set for Christmas for my birthday. Like I was still collecting that kind of thing. Nothing like I was during COVID. I think during shutdown, that was kind of where I had that big spike of collecting again. In high school, I don't think it was any different. Like during that time, my buddies and I, that's when like the Lego DC and Lego Marvel games were coming out, like the superhero games. Anytime a new game would come out, we would spend a weekend and we would 100% complete it. We did not sleep. Wow. We would order pizza and we would not leave my like upstairs living room area at my parents' house. And we were just, okay, we'll see you guys on Monday morning. And then that's what we did. And we did not leave until we beat the game.
So I think out of the three of us, I'm definitely more of a casual Lego guy. It's weird. I've always been more into like the Lego games. That was always my thing. Lego Star Wars 1 on the PS2 was my very first console video game ever.
Yep.
Wow.
Ever. Obviously that having to do with Star Wars, but I mean, that technically also was like the first like franchise Lego game, really. Like there was some Lego games before, like a Lego Racer game and stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
So when it came to like that was Lego games have always been a constant for me. I weirdly enough, like as a kid, I got Lego sets, and then in high school, like I was never a big Lego set collector because I was always more an action figure guy.
Okay.
But it is interesting because I kept playing the video games, and then I remember I'm trying to think of. I went through a phase in like late middle school, even into early high school, where I was like, I want to get back into Lego, but I was like, I don't have money. I was like, I remember I was like, my dream set, and to be honest, I still would love to have the set, was the Force Unleashed Rogue Shadow. I remember seeing that in a Kmart one time. Shout out Kmart. And I remember being like, the Rogue Shadow from my favorite Star Wars game, at least at the time. And I was like, this is crazy, dude. But then I remember in Celebration 2017, the only celebration that I've been to, Star Wars Celebration, I bought my first Lego set in years, because I got Lego sets around when the prequels were coming out, because I'm a prequels kid, and I bought the Phantom 2 that came with Thrawn and Kanan.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's right there. You can't really see it, how blurry my background is right now.
That thing went up in value a lot before the new Thrawn came out, but that was
that was exactly why I bought it, because they had the Lego booth there, and I was like, first of all, Kanan is my guy. I've got a Kanan tattoo right here, and I was like, and Thrawn. I was like, I don't think a Thrawn minifigure existed. I mean, and it was also like an affordable set. Like it was only like. It wasn't anything ridiculous, you know, and so then I got that, and so yeah, like when it comes to like Lego collecting, I'm definitely not up to snuff as much as you guys are, but the games specifically, like Will said, in high school, I still got all the games, like Lego Batman 2, Lego Avengers, even when Lego Star Wars Force Awakens came out. I was stoked for that because I was like, finally.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Indiana Jones was the first one that I had on my Xbox 360 because it came with my Xbox 360. Like Lego Harry Potter, like literally all of them. I think the only ones I like didn't get because I was like busy playing other games at the time when they came out were like Pirates of the Caribbean and the Clone Wars. And then eventually I went back to go play those
Clone
games.
Wars, I haven't played the Clone Wars, but that one looks fun,
dude. The Clone Wars, my hot take is that in terms of not how much content there is, but in terms of how fun it is to play, I like it better than Complete Saga. Because it's got like this freshness to it.
Sure. Oh, wait. Whoa. Hold on. The Complete Saga or the Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga?
More than, what I'm saying is like, I like the gameplay better, but I like Complete Saga more as a complete package. I like Complete Saga more as a game completely, because Clone Wars has less content, but it also has some really unique content in there that like these like ship battles and these giant field battles that like very unique to Clone Wars. And I think it was like the last one that I think that was the last Lego game that only had mumbling. And so so it's in terms of like doesn't beat Complete Saga for me. Because those OG two,
but it beats the Skywalker Saga, because that thing, no offense, but I don't know.
I'm sure Skywalker Saga has its fans. It definitely does. For me, it was very disappointing. It didn't feel like a Lego game to me.
But I will say that I got to be a part of this Lego Fan Media Days in Denmark this last couple weeks ago, and we got a presentation from one of the TT creators, TT Lego people, to talk to us about the new Batman game, which is Yeah. So we were able to ask some questions, and like someone brought up the fact, okay, have you listened to the feedback about the Skywalker saga? Basically what he said is, yes, we understand. He didn't say specifics, but basically about all that, kind of how easy it is. And that's why they said like they really took time to fix those issues and have the hardcore meter, have the different settings if you want to challenge. And it actually looks pretty freaking hard if you want it to be. And it looks like the Skywalker saga fixed, and then with Batman skins and everything. Yeah. So that game's gonna be so sick. Yeah.
Oh my dude. I mean, the Lego Batman games in themselves, specifically Lego Batman 1 and 2, are all timers. And when Lego Batman, what is the full title? Is it Legacy or is it
Legacy of the Dark Knight?
Legacy of the Dark Knight. Yes. For listeners, if you don't know already, and for you, Harry, Will is the biggest Batman fan I know. So if there's not Star Wars and Legos, it's Batman, Yeah.
It's hard to choose between the two. And that it looks like Arkham gameplay, dude.
Yeah. Dude, they even brought back the Arkham beatdown, man. I saw that the other day. They did the Cape Stun beatdown, and I'm like, crazy.
And the guy said, I forget his name, but someone brought up the Arkham, right? Or different elements. And he just said they wanted to bring in different elements without, actually referencing those games. He wanted to be very like specific on that, but they took those elements on purpose for sure.
Look, Batman is okay. I'll be quick. Batman is so cool because it is just like Star Wars, where it is cross IP, where it is, or cross medium, where it's video games, it's comics, it's obviously movies, it's animated series, it's toys. Oh my gosh, it's merchandising. It's literally everywhere. And for a game like Lego, which is, Grayson and I talk about this a lot with the Lego games and any sort of like Lego show, or we're going to talk about here in a second, but like what they did with Rebuild the Galaxy and stuff like that is like, there's almost that parody feel to a lot of the way they do what they're doing when it comes to retelling the stories that the sets and the minifigs and that world is based on. For a game like a Batman game to reference literally everything that you can think of when it comes to just the bat, I cannot wait, because it's going to be, it'll be fun for any age. Obviously, Lego is fun for any age, but when you're somebody who has grown up with not only Lego referencing themselves in games, but also like Lego referencing Batman itself in stuff like that, I cannot wait. But speaking of Rebuild the Galaxy, you guys both saw it.
Well,
without you, bro.
I know.
Yeah, dude. I wanted Will to be there so bad.
Here's the deal. Like a little bit about me, and to segue into this, I started as a Lego. I mean, that's Lego Star Wars, right? Because that was the thing to get me back into it. I built the 2020 Millennium Falcon because my dad during Christmas was like, "Oh, you want a Lego set? We always used to get you a big one." I said, "Okay." So we went to Barnes and Nobles. We just picked it out day before Christmas, and then wrapped it. It was just a fun memory. So opened that thing, and it was super fun. Now, I started making all that Lego Star Wars stuff. Made a big Kashyyyk mock in that classic 2005 style. Something we've all grown up with. Yep. And that was fun. I displayed it. And then I was full on Lego Star Wars. But then I realized, I got into the Lego Ambassador Network, and they, will hook you up with some free sets early, for free. That's a better way to say it. And then other assets too for your community and everything. And it was hard to get those sets from them because everyone requests them who's in this Lego Ambassador Network. And I'm like, you know what? It hurts me so much, like, to not receive these sets while everyone else gets them. I'm like, man, and that wasn't the full reason I just tried different things, but I really just took time to dive deeper back into these Lego themes that, I grew up with and just wanted, with this money now being supplemented by Lego or by YouTube. So I would buy all these old stuff, and I still do. That's my bread and butter. I love looking into these older themes. For Lego Star Wars, I just kind of faded out. I'll still make some, banger, if I may say, Lego Star Wars videos here and there. But that's when I have those sets. It's just like what we were talking about a little bit before, is Star Wars is niche, right? And with Lego, you have the opportunity to dive into so many IPs, like you were saying, Will. It's Lego will never get old because it covers everything you can ever think of, IPs and original stuff, right? So that's why I didn't I mean, whatever. I didn't get invited. I was so close to getting invited to the first one because one of my friends, shout out to Jean's version. I don't know if you know who she is.
Yeah.
She couldn't go to the actual like red carpet premiere for the first Rebuild the Galaxy. And she emailed back and she let me know, like she told them, hey, my buddy Harrison is literally an hour away from LA, lives in California, and he does Lego stuff, Lego Star Wars. Like, can he take my spot? And they said, we'll let you know. And I literally brought a change of clothes with me to where I'm at, this family's house right now. And I was just waiting the day of. I'm like, please let me get the email. Let me go. I'm ready to go. And I never got the email.
Yeah.
So for Rebuild the Galaxy, and then this is where I'll stop talking. But it was funny. I was filming that LA Brick Click episode thing, and I was with Emily, Universe of Emily, and she was looking at her phone, and she's like, "You should check your email." I said, "Okay." So I'm looking at it. I was like, "I didn't get anything." She's like, "You didn't get what I just got?" I said, "No." She's like, "Well, I just got invited to Rebuild." I was like, "Dang it, that's crazy." So I was like, yo, if your boyfriend can't go, like, slide me that +1. And then he ended up like not being able to go or something. And it was the next day, like, if you want. And then I said, I'm in Tennessee with a family vacation thing. So, and then the next day, because it was like on the 28th or something. And then the next day I had to fly to Denmark. So I already had the tickets for that. And I was like, nah, it's too hard. But then my other friend, Danny Bob Studios, Lego creator, she got invited and she just randomly DM'd me, yo, are you going? I said, no, I don't have, I'm just busy. It's whatever. And she's like, what? I have a +1. I can't think of anyone else to give it to. So I was like, that's 2 invites and I got to make it happen. So I rescheduled flights. I, paid extra money. And it was a 2-hour extra flight to Denmark because I was in Tennessee. I would have left there, but I flew back to California just to fly 2 extra hours. Yeah. And that's how I got there. And then
that is I truly didn't know that. So thank you for sharing that story.
Wow.
And then Harry, like, he clocks me and he's like, I know you. And I was like, you do? I was like, nobody knows me.
This is how it happened. So I got there and I'm with Danny and I'm with these Lego creators. And I was like, you guys recognize that guy over there? I'm like, what's his name? Does anyone know? And I was like, everyone's like, oh, he looks familiar. Yeah, okay. And I said, do you guys know Will of the Force? And some people were like, yeah. So I said, that guy's always in. I follow him and he's always there. He's like always on the screen. What's his name? So I look you up. It's like, okay. So I saw you in this little hallway and I didn't know what to do. I looked at you and was just pointing at you and you were like, me? And I was like, I follow Will. And
I will forever be known as the guy who's in Will's videos, and that's okay. That's all right. Well, because like for people who don't know as well, people who definitely listen to the pod, like Will used to be very focused on strictly Lego stuff, and so of course being in the Lego community of things. When you came up to me and you were like, I'm like, I follow Will, I see you know stuff, and so it meant a lot though. So I guess I'm blanked on you not getting directly invited, but that is a very funny switch around story. But we still got to both go, which was sick. That was your first time at Lucasfilm, right?
That was my first time.
Yeah. Dude, so I've talked a lot about it already. What was it like for you? Because obviously, yes, you are a Lego creator, but look behind you. You're obviously a Star Wars fan too. They're very mutual in that way. I got very lucky because I was at an event. A prop store was holding an event, and Nick, codenamed Fulcrum, he came up to me and was like, "Hey, how easily can you fly out here?" And I just thought he was asking because I'm like, "Oh, I'm coming to California a lot." So I was just curious, and we had met at Rebel Scum, and he was like, "Okay, cool. Well, I have a +1 to Rebuild the Galaxy, the Pieces of the Past," and I was like, "What?"
Oh. Yeah.
and for people definitely know this, but if you don't know this already, going to Lucasfilm for a Lucasfilm ordained event is truly it. I mean, and to go back is still my dream, but it was my biggest dream. So whether it was a premiere or an early screening or even just hey, we just want Star Wars people to hang out, and so I was like sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already coming to California 3 times this month. Like, can I take the time off again? I'm like, but oh my god, it's Lucasfilm, dude. Like, holy crap, and this Lego, oh my god, like, and I was like, screw it. And I found a super cheap flight. I don't know how I found it, and it all panned out. And yeah, I was a little bummed because I was like, man, there's like I don't know anybody who. I was like, we didn't know anybody else who had any plus ones, and so we chatted, and Will was like, "You gotta go, man! Like you gotta go,
of course,
because that's the good friend that Will is." And yeah, so but I mean, like insane.
It was cool. I think my first experience there was great. I thought it was a premiere initially, right?
Yeah.
And I remember waking up that morning, just like my flight to California was that morning, and I just wake up and it came out last night. Oh, okay. So this isn't a premiere, but all right.
Yeah.
So we go, because I was really thinking about how it was last year. It was just the red carpet. I mean, like Sam Witwer. I mean, all the different people were just there. Ahmed Best. And yeah, so I got there with Danny, and we got like this cheap hotel just for a night. I mean, obviously we were just separate, but like we just hung out all day, or because we had a flight debacle. We both were flying to Denmark later the next day, and during there's a question and answer segment at the very end of this screening, and we got to see a lot of the voice actors show up, which was really cool. And during that, I just get an email, and it's like, your flight to Denmark has been delayed 11 hours or something, and we're like, oh my god. So we were just taken out of it a little bit, and that's probably what I remember the most out of this event was just the. But meeting people there, I was gonna compliment. I mean, you guys are in the Star Wars niche as a whole. I'm in Lego, and then Lego Star Wars adjacent. But everyone is super nice. I mean, there was this one girl I followed. You would probably know her name, but she was going around handing out the friendship bracelets.
Yes, that was Katarina.
Yes, and so she just comes up. You pick one. I said, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this has names of the Lego characters. That's great." And then we meet you. I meet these two other Lego creators. Everyone was so nice, and I'm still kind of like following, and other people are following me from that event because we all just saw each other. And the community is so nice, and I was really surprised. And I honestly felt like, okay, I understand why I didn't get that invite. I mean, even though it's Lego, it's just I'm not really up to date on a lot of this stuff like all of you guys are. You guys are Star Wars, the real community out there, and it was just really cool to be in your guys' element. And yeah, it'd be really cool to go back someday.
Yeah, no, I was there a specific moment or interaction that was kind of like the highlight for you, and I'd have to think about that for myself. Actually, I have two that stand out for me, but I'm curious if there was one for you.
Just being there, it was cool. Just being in that theater, I think sitting down in the theater was really rad. I have a family member who actually lives in this house, and their dad worked on one of the original Star Wars, I think, Return of the Jedi, and they got to take their son, who I'm here with, into that theater. I think it was just cool to see where other people were, and no,
I as someone who I am so familiar with that location through things like the shout out the YouTube series The Star Wars Show that was hosted by Andy Gutierrez and Peter Townley, and then later on and Anthony Carboni. They always did the thing with the fountain, and they filmed it in there, and I was just like so familiar with this building, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like a real tangible place. And of course, like just getting to look at everything, and we had to sign NDAs, and we're allowed to say that, but I didn't take pictures
of any. Yes. Cut everything out.
So I didn't take pictures of anything because I was like, listen, I am here to just absorb the moment. And one of the first things, as soon as we walked in, we got signed in, and I had my Sig Griebling bracelet. Shout out Katarina. She's an intern at Lucasfilm.
Okay.
I walk in, and I see three people standing there, and in the direct middle is Leland Shee. If you're a deep Star Wars fan, you're going to know who he is because he has the coolest job in the world. Like, truly the craziest job title of all time. He is the holocron keeper of Lucasfilm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I heard about him there. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was there, not expecting him to be there. And I'm like, oh my god, that's Leland Shee. I've known him since I was like 6 years old. This is crazy, And he got hired when he early 2000s, to be the holocron keeper, before when there was still the expanded universe, and he was keeping all of that in line. And I walk up, and I'm like, and he was talking to people, and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I was like, I am such a big fan. Like, and I was like, and he was so nice, and we were able to get a picture later on. And then later on, I saw Kristen Baver, who she moderated the panel at the end of the show. And for Will and I, we are such big fans of her because she's always at Celebration. She's at some of the red carpet stuff. And she is so incredible at what she does. She's, of course, an author of several books. And I saw her and I was like, and I overheard that she was like hungry or something. So I was like, I don't want to interrupt her. I want her to get her food, And so then after the event, I like walked over and I was like, hi. I was like, you have no idea who I am. I was like, but I am such a big fan. I was like truly.
Yeah.
Say what? Yes.
Your story or post, whichever one.
But yeah. Anyway, that's enough about me. But that is a really cool story that how you got to go, and it was cool that especially you being such a big Lego fan, and Rebuild the Galaxy being, like you said, Will, like it's such a good. Not commentary. It's a parody, but it's also its own thing. Like it still feels distinctly Star Wars. I mean, it reminds me a lot of things like Yoda Chronicles, right? And like stuff like that, where you're like, yeah, this is not canon, but it's still very Star Wars.
They work it into canon. It could definitely be canon. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Because just of how everything works, the cornerstone and everything. So
yeah, we were talking about it on the episode after I got back that like Solitus, dude.
Yeah, so sick.
Such really a cool character, dude. Like the purple nunchuck sabers. I was like, yeah, I'd love to see that,
one of my favorite things about that was, I mean, you guys know, I don't know if you've even talked about it, but all the stuff about the Death Star, because I was able to receive it early from the Lego Ambassador Network. So I was getting all these comments, people let me know how they feel about it. And seeing it in the Rebuild the Galaxy, I initially heard a rumor that it was going to be in there, and that's what this will be like based off of. So it was just really cool seeing how they did all the different scenes and going through the actual Death Star. I think Luke posted about that on his account. Yeah. And it just was like it. I don't know, all the different footage and all the different things they've done for this. I've seen people's attitudes change after the initial announcement. Everyone's like, oh, okay, I see it. I see it now. I see it in use and I see the play features.
Yes.
Maybe it's not worth 1,000, but they at least respect the design and stuff, right?
Yeah. It is super unique. And I remember like when it popped up on the screen, I was like, that's really clever. I was like, that's a really good way. They also, what Rebuild the Galaxy does really well is the switching of scaling, specifically with the Falcon. So cool. Like you'll have like the full set, but then like when they're in like big settings, they'll use the like little one, like
they use the UCS version in the even bigger settings, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, that's such a clever way to include all of that.
Do you have a favorite Lego Star Wars set that is your number one?
I always get asked that. For me, it's hard because I just go through different sets for content, but also for space. It's like I'll get some stuff, and the Rogue Shadow was super cool. I held on to that one forever, and that's how you could tell I really like a set is if it's on the shelf for a while. Probably I always go back to, and it's not because it's like the best overall, but my most sentimental, my favorite because of the figures is that 2005, specifically 2005, they made it. Let's see how your knowledge is. They made this set in 2005 for Revenge of the Sith. They re-released it in 2006. The 2005 one had a light up figure, and the 06 one had the same one, but not light up. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I have a guess, but Will's going to know it way better than I will.
Well, take a guess.
It's the lightsaber Anakin, right?
Not Anakin, no.
Oh, is it Mace Windu? Is it
Mace
the turbo
Windu,
tank?
right?
Yeah, it was the Mace Windu.
Turbo tank. Okay, that was what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one's my favorite because I was being babysat one year. It was like 2007. It was between 2006 2007, and our babysitter in their garage there was this set, and it was the clone turbo tank, and it was totally sealed. And I just walked in there. I had no idea they liked Lego or whatever. She was in her family's house. She was a teen. I'm like, no way. I've grown up watching. I don't know if you've seen Revenge of the Brick. It was like
dude.
And I grew up watching that. I wanted those 2005 sets, but I didn't gain sentience until 2006. I was born in 2001. And it was like, I didn't know what the deal was, right? I didn't know Lego Star Wars or when I could buy a certain set. I just knew I wanted those clone sets. And that was the one I've always wanted because it looked sick in, Revenge of the Brick. And I was like, no way. And she said, yeah, that's my brother's. He hasn't built it for 2 years. You want it? Just sealed. The lightsaber worked. I said, yeah. So I take it home next morning, wake up at 5 a.m. The lights, no sun was up. The lights were dim. And I was again, 6, 7 years old. And I can't remember which one. I was either one because it was 2007. Go downstairs, crank the light, and I was so scared of the dark, but I passed through it just to build this set on my carpet floor in the living room. And then I played with it all day. I had the Kashyyyk Trooper, the OG, that's $100. I made my first YouTube review about that set when I was a little kid. My friend called me and was like, "Oh, can I have that Kashyyyk Trooper?" And I said, "Sure." Everyone eats, and I gave him that at school, and that was like $100 down the drain. And that was we still have the original turbo tank. And I've been gaining all the figures back, like the Mace Windu and the Kashyyyk Trooper.
I remember seeing that turbo tank on shelves at a Target, I believe, when I was younger. And I remember it having the light up thing, and I was like, oh, well, Lego will just have that forever. I remember just thinking that. And I'm like,
well, they re-released it with the non-light up Mace Windu.
Yeah. Because I remember just sitting there being like pressing the button to light it up, like, just like as a kid and being like, that's so cool, because I went through like a purple lightsaber phase. So that's a great set. Also, the turbo tank is a goated Star Wars vehicle.
And that's one of the best turbo tanks made. I don't know if you're familiar with the newer one they made. It's controversy surrounding it. So the old one is just the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's also the one from like, at least for us, like as I'm assuming Harry, you are as well, of like being Cartoon Network kids, of like seeing those commercials and like
dude,
coming up over the hill and like slamming on the ground, dude.
Yes.
Peak. All right. It's about time we get into it. We'll see you on the other side, gentlemen.
Think Ferric.
Oh, welcome back to Rank Ferric, everybody's favorite clip farming, tier list induced, blind ranking segment of Determined Focus. We are going to be doing, specifically, Harry is going to be doing.
Yes.
This is going to be a blind ranking of 10 Lego Star Wars sets. This is across all Lego Star Wars. We are doing 10. The first set is TIE Fighter and Y-Wing. This is the 99.
I'm going 10 because I think there's a good ratio of studs to plates that should be had. This early one, this is one of the first, TIE Fighter sets out there. Figures are cool, but again, 10.
The Republic Gunship.
All right, Republic Gunship. This one, nostalgia plays a big part for me. This came out the year after I was born, so I never got it. Still haven't gotten it, but the battle droids in that pearl blue color is really nice, rare. Jedi Bob, of course. The front of this one opens up to be a little command center. So I love it when Lego works in those random play features. That's like classic Lego. It's not necessarily accurate, but it would be fun to play with. Never had it though. I'm going to put that thing at 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bark Speeder with the sidecar. Phase 2 Rex.
Yeah. No, Phase 2 Rex. This was right as I was falling out of Star Wars, I would say. Or, I wasn't huge into the Clone Wars TV show, so this was an oddity to me. Captain Rex is cool. I had the Phase 1 at the time, so I didn't really care too much. I'm going to throw this thing at 8 just because the build and stuff, nothing special about it. I would rather have a battle pack, which I'm sure we'll see soon.
Ooh.
I'm loving how analytical this is, by the way. Whoa!
The original wave Darth Maul bus.
I'll throw this thing at 9. That's a perfect spot for it, just because. Yep. It's just brick built. Not a huge fan. Even now, it's really big, really expensive to have.
Yeah.
Nothing I would really want in my personal collection. I think it would take up space. Although it is really cool. The designer killed it at that time with the angles and everything, just made out of bricks. But that's perfect for 9.
And there's truly nothing else that's really like just like this. Other than other stuff has play features like Grogu and stuff, but ultimate lightsaber duel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Perfect. This guy probably going, I don't have it. It's the 2005 set. 1 out of the 3 I'm missing, but it's the top of the list to get right now. And box art killed it. Light up figures killed it. I'm going to put this thing, let's put it at 2.
Whoa!
Super nostalgic for me. I always wanted this thing. And because I don't have it yet, it's one of the Lego Star Wars sets that I still want and I haven't been able to get from my childhood. So it's like always in my head, always in my mind. That's 2.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Obi-Wan is sick too.
I didn't know this set existed, guys. I've never seen this set before.
Oh,
come on, bro.
UCS Razor Crest. It says USC Razor Crest, but I'm going to switch it.
Just because it is UCS, I'm glad I've left. Let's see. I've taken 10, 9, and 7, right?
You currently have 7 through 10 filled in, and then also 2 filled in.
Perfect. I'm going to put this thing at 6 because it's not, The Mandalorian during COVID, I actually didn't really watch when it came out. I watched a year or two later. So I don't have that sentimental value for the Razor Crest like a lot of people do who just came back in. But because the build is so good, I'm putting it at 6. It's got some play features. You can go inside of it. It's one of the first UCS sets to do that, actually have an interior. It's one of the best UCS sets, but 6 on my list.
So currently we have 1, 3, 4, and 5 still open.
Yep.
The Rebels Combat Frigate.
Oh.
Yeah. Rebels Combat Frigate. I already know I'm placing at 5. Figures are super sick, and the build is cool. It's a little niche because I didn't really watch Rebels when it was coming out. I watched it later on, again, a little after COVID, and super cool. Nothing I would really want right now because even the Ahsoka is cool, but there's so many good ones out there right now. I don't feel like I need her. But for what it is, I think a 5 is a good spot for it.
So we have 1, 3, and 4 left. This is specifically Jango Fett Slave 1 with the cargo case.
Yeah. So I have 1, 3, and 4. It's good. I totally would keep the Mustafar Duel at 2. This is another set that I really want, and I don't have it yet. I was so close to buying just the set itself. But with the carrying case is a nice little niche inclusion. It goes for a lot in the aftermarket. I'm going to say I did have that Jango Fett. I did have the Jango Fett. Someone gave me their Lego collection, and it was a huge bin. Poured out that Jango as my favorite figure. I'd always play as him in the Complete Saga, and to have him next to me while playing him in the Complete Saga was a great experience. So it's just what I think about is, are you going to have a set that's more sentimental than this that could take that number 1 spot? I'm like right on the edge of placing this number 1 or number 3. I think I'm going to place this. Ooh, man, I don't know, Will. I don't know what you're cooking up here. Oh, man.
We got 2 left.
Yeah, I know. It's not number 4. It's definitely, I would put this in 1 or 3. I'll put this in 1. I'll put this in 1 just because of the sentimental value. It's a great set, tons of play features, just what I like. And as a kid, you'd have that carrying case to carry it around in. So,
gotcha. Okay. UCS Millennium Falcon.
Cool. That's an easy number 4. And I'm sorry I don't have a better lead up to that. It's not super dramatic, but number 4, it's again UCS, better than the Razor Crest. It's an iconic set. I don't have it. I'm not a huge fan of the figure selection because some of them are just mid, like the Death Star. You just have to have Han, Luke. He has some cool printing and stuff. But then you get Porgs and a couple of the sequel set figures. And
yeah.
So 4. Great spot for it. Let's see what number 3 is.
Well, I put this here because there's some foreshadowing in the box art for this. I really don't know where you are going to put this. I don't know your opinion on your Cloud City.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, dude. I love this list. Okay, Cloud City, number 3. Just because it's a great set. I love the play features. Although, is it one? It's one I want in my collection because I actually like the play features. Super cool.
Yeah.
You can turn Han into the carbonite if you want to. Raise the doors. It's very reminiscent of the Complete Saga video game. And the figures are great. I'm not just saying that. I love that classic style. And the Cloud City Boba Fett. As a kid, I always wanted that. Not because I knew it was expensive. I just love the Jango. I love the Boba Fett. And I thought the arm printing looked sick. So I'm not like they talk about performance males where they walk around with their matcha and their tote bags and their baggy jeans. I'm not a performative Lego collector where it's like, oh, the Cloud City's legendary. I actually really like it. Now, I'm placing it in number 3. I would totally place it number 3 on this list, regardless of if it was the last spot or not, just because it's not like the top of my list, but it's one I very much respect and want as a collector, not just for the value.
Yeah. This is your list from 10 to 1. You have the TIE Fighter and Y-Wing at 10, the Maul Bust at 9, the Bark Speeder at 8, the Republic Gunship at 7, Razor Crest at 6, the Rebels Frigate at 5, The UCS Falcon at 4. Cloud City is at 3. Ultimate Lightsaber Duel from Revenge of the Sith is at 2. And at number 1 is the Jango Fett Slave One with the cargo case. Is there a set that you would move around if you had one option to move on this list?
Yeah, one option for sure. I'd do the gunship. I would probably, if I had to swap it with something, I wouldn't swap it with the UCS Falcon. Oh, it would be the frigate. Yeah, I would definitely swap it with the frigate.
So you'd move Republic gunship to 5 and the Rebels frigate to 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
solid.
Good.
Yeah.
I feel educated because I mean, some of these sets I did know. There was like 3 on here that I was like, I don't know if I really knew about that one.
Yep.
And I dig it. I don't think I knew about the Maul Bust, the Ultimate Lightsaber Duel, or the gunship. I think those are the 3 that I did not know about.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I never knew that they made a gunship back, like one that big. That's the era I know the least about is the Attack.
That's interesting because Jedi Bob comes from that gunship. So
really,
that's him. Because he was just an unnamed figure. It was the whole thing with all of those clones. You get all of those battle droids, but then you just get this rando Jedi.
He was just called Jedi Knight, and then the fans dubbed him Jedi Bob.
Was he not in? Was he on any other sets? Because I feel like I knew him from a different set. Really?
Yep. Well, now he's in his Starfighter that came out.
Yeah, I thought I knew him from like some other like Yoda Chronicles or something. That's Jack that I'm thinking.
Never shown up ever before except for that set and rebuild the Galaxy.
Yep. Well, that's game 1. We are now going on to game 2. Every death sound from LEGO Star Wars. All right, guys, we are going to be ranking every LEGO death sound. We're just going to go down the list. We're going to hear them. We're going to pause. This video is 1 minute and 1 second long. There's a lot of death noises because I had to make this tier list, and I did not think there were that many. There are a lot of characters that are used where the sound is used for a ton of different characters.
Yeah.
So we'll go through. We'll go through the list.
So
and,
do we have, what is it, S through what?
It is S, A, B, C, and F.
C and F. Okay.
And are you going as detailed as ranking them inside of their F or A? You know, like swap. Let's do this one is A1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. The closest to the letter is the best. So like whatever is the first in S tier is the number 1. Well, you see him on screen. The performance from Qui-Gon.
Can I speak first? Permission to speak first?
Go for it.
I think that's a mid one, bro. I think that's a C right there. It's a little too short. I wish it was a little more unique for just being for Qui-Gon. Mid to like subpar, you know?
I would say top of C for sure, but we got to look at the credit system for it being its own unique sound. You know,
that's the thing is that's why it comes down for me because I feel like there's so many more unique sounds that are so much better. This is disappointing.
I would say top of C, maybe end of B. What do you think, Will?
Sure.
I'm cool with top of C. Honestly, it's not really the most memorable. I think for me, it's what it comes down to of where these end up in like the higher tiers is like if I'm thinking of a Lego death sound, like that sound effect, this one is probably not coming to mind. Next up, we got Obi-Wan.
Dude, this one is great. What I love is that it feels Lego, but also I'm like, that's Ewan McGregor right there. Like that's definitely him. Like getting like he's going through some pain, but I love like the pitch up, the kind of sped up. I don't know if it's an S tier, but it's definitely an A for me.
I would say end of A.
I'm okay with it being an A. I don't know if necessarily it's at the end of A, just because I do think it's funny that his death sound is just him being disappointed. Like,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, it feels more mature, but it doesn't feel quite like episode 3. So yeah, so I think it's good though. It's a good middle ground. I love that they also use it for Ben. So A.
Now, okay,
Yeah.
there's 2 for both of these.
That's
The
yeah.
second one is S for me.
Yeah. Oh my. It's so good, bro.
That oh my is what I think of when I think of like a Lego death sound. Honestly, that's high A for me. I think it's specific to the character. I think it's obviously for Lego, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's fun to if you're playing with somebody and they have to switch to that character to open up a specific door with a protocol droid and you kill them and they oh my, like that's funny. So I think it's high 8 for me.
That's true. I guess I would put that above the second sound. Wait, and who was the second sound for? Was C-3PO that
that's both of them. They both have 2 sounds.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard the second one more. That's why I'm like, oh, that's peak. But that's interesting. The oh my. As a kid, I never was like super drawn to the oh my one. I was like, oh, that's basic. So the other one was more funny to me. Is my point.
Yeah.
But, I would say high A for that. I agree with you.
I think A is like top of A is.
Oh,
is
are we
really
doing?
good.
Are we counting this as 1 for both of them?
We're counting
for
one.
sure. Top of A. Yeah.
Dude, it's an S. That's an S right there.
That's classic. And you always kill Jar Jar anyways. You know, just annoying. So.
Yeah, no, it's an immediate S.
That one's more annoying to me. I
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is annoying.
I mean, end of C or maybe D for sure.
I don't think we have D. I'm thinking bottom of C for sure.
Bottom of C. Dare we say F?
Is there 2 or just 1 for this one?
There's just 1. It's just that.
Can we play it one more time?
For the people at home?
That's a solid F. I think that's either bottom of C or F. Dude. S?
Absolute cinema? Peak?
Absolute Pinkerton?
It's interesting because this is for so many characters, and I think that's what makes it so like it's even for Vader. You would think Vader would get his own unique one, which I think is funny, but it almost makes it better for me.
Right.
Yeah, I think this one it's gotta be S.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Whoa, what?
It's just the R2. There's nothing original about it in my opinion. So it's just as a kid, I'm like, yeah, that's R2. It's not Lego-fied. So it's a little lazy in my opinion.
Yeah, now, my argument here is, could one not argue this sound became so iconic because of the game?
True.
For our generation.
What I'm thinking. For me, I think of this sound because of the game. If I hear it in other media, I'm like, Lego Star Wars.
I think A.
What do you think?
Dog.
Are you saying S?
I'm saying S. It's S.
Like bottom of S or top of A is my thing.
I'm saying top of A, but that's just me.
2 outvotes 1. Well, sorry.
I guess.
Except
So is this above? This is above. Oh my! And wow. For 3PO?
Yeah, I feel like you have to give it because even though I'm not a huge fan, you have to respect it. You know, I'd put this behind 3PO. Me personally.
That's also how I feel.
I think it's better than 3PO.
All right, throw him above.
Or put him above. We'll do that.
I think if you were going to ask somebody like do 4 Lego Star Wars death sounds, this is automatically going to be one of them.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I mean maybe, but
That's a great question.
I don't think it'd be one that I would do. Which is
it wouldn't be one that I do, but we're not the average fan. We play way too often, so I don't know.
yeah. I've watched. There's a public video of this, and it's in my favorites folder on YouTube. I just watch it because I'm a sick freak, you know. So
okay,
sitting in a dark room listening to this.
I'm like, yeah, Jar Jar, you die.
Also, I feel like the droid doesn't die that often because you just don't hear it as I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. No one likes to play him, and if you have to, it's not like everyone's shooting at the droid.
R2 can fly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so can Boba Fett.
I guess that's the only time I would hear it is if you're flying and you miss your thing and you just die. But no one shoots at a droid, that unless you
I guess you're right.
someone.
I will say Corbin Murray is playing with a friend or with like your sibling or something, and then you're a Jedi and they're R2 and you force push them and they fly off the edge. That's pretty fun.
Okay. I feel like I hear the when you force push R2 and then they hit the wall and there's the clunk sound. Yeah, that's what I hear way more than this noise personally.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
We can make some above 3PO for now.
Yes. Look, there's a million other ones on this list.
I've got a few that yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get F. Well, okay. It's actually I'm changing my mind because at first I hate it and then I'm like, actually it is kind of funny.
It's funny, but it's annoying to me. I would say low C.
I would say low C as well.
I just love the sheer pain of it. God, what's wrong with me?
You're a sick freak.
Yeah,
Grayson.
you're a wild guy.
I just it's so harsh. Honestly, yeah, you guys make the call on this one.
I'm saying low C.
Bottom C.
Yeah, bottom.
Okay. The more I hear it, the less I like it. But the first time I heard it, I really liked it.
It's mid to me. I would say B. Like that's just a mid one.
Really?
What you said? You said B?
It sounds. It's just when I hear it and when I think about it, it's not like Ewan's, which is funnier. This one just sounds like Anakin. It's same concept I have with R2D2. It's just okay. It's just mid.
I really like it. I think it's cool that it's like so distinctly Hayden that like down to the screech, it's Hayden doing a yell.
Yeah.
True.
That I think that's cool. I would say B.
I say top of B personally.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's mid of the ranking.
Yeah, we'll put him in B.
I like Obi's better than him for sure.
Absolutely
Agree.
I'd say S.
That's the GOAT. That is the GOAT.
That's S right there.
I like it. I think it just sounds like melodic to me. It's just it scratches it.
Scratches the itch.
You just like start descending when you're like, yes, yeah, you like.
Yeah, because everyone plays as Yoda too, because he just goes crazy. And I would say that's better than the everyone voice that's top of Ace. I would put that or top of S. That's good.
It's Chewbacca. It's very fine.
I like that it drops off.
Yeah, I think that's true. I would say bottom A or like middle B, top B.
I kind of love this one. It's so Lego, bro.
Stinker, bro.
It's better than Padme.
Yeah, but it's not better than
I don't know.
Baby Annie or Baby Boba.
I'll put it right next to Padme, to be honest. Like above Padme, but just that's it.
I mean, I do like the Anakin and Boba more than that one. Dude,
that one's good.
That one is for the memes alone. That one to me, that's an S one right there.
I agree.
Oh, dude, that I'm not. So other than Yoda being like an all timer, Lando's is one of my favorites because it is so absurd, bro. Like it just.
I haven't heard his for some reason.
It
sounds like he's scared as opposed to being like killed.
I'm not gonna be as bold enough to say that it's S because like I know that's like this is a personal preference, but I truly this is one of my top fivers right here for me personally. I'd put it in A.
I'd put it in A. I mean, I would put bottom of A personally. What about you, Will?
I like 3POs more than this. I would say probably bottom of A. It's a really good one, and it's like so funny because you know it's not Billy D.
Yeah.
To be like, all right, pretend you're Billy D. Williams, you're dying, but it has to be quick because this is a Lego video game. And then somebody goes, oh, like it's funny that it's supposed to be somebody doing an impression of Billy D.
I love how like just kind of nonchalant. It's just like, like whatever.
All right, below 3PO and A, we're fine with that.
I remember this one was super annoying. I don't know why I would play as that a lot.
I think this is like a C. I like Qui-Gon more than this, but I don't like. Yeah.
Sure.
See,
that's what I hear for R2D2 when I think of him.
I love the battle droid one. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty safe. I think it's great. I think it's a like top of B. Like it's good. You know.
Oh really? I would say like mid B or top of C between there.
Yeah, it's a mid B for me as well. It's not necessarily my favorite because it is so. It feels more like. Look, I get it's bricks, but it feels more like the brick sound to me, which is so obviously iconic.
Yeah.
That I'm like. It feels like they kind of just phoned it in on this one.
It's safe because they don't want to like just destroy your ears, you know?
Right.
So is this low B or high C?
Low B, I would say. I hear it so often. That's what I would say.
Now that one actually hurts me.
Yeah,
it hurts. But well,
it's kind of badass hearing so many screeches from the Geonosians when you're killing them in the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it's for Watto though boggles me. Like it's like Watto would sound more like Lando as he dies, I feel like. So, but they were like, well, they both have wings, so you know.
Yeah.
I would say I honestly think this is top of F.
Sure, I'm down for that.
That's fine. That's great.
It's good.
It's I'd say top of B.
Top of B, heavy claim. Bottom B. I don't know. It's so simple.
I love that isn't it just the sound that he makes when he gets like just kind of bass boosted of like him getting cut in half.
Yeah,
I think it literally
does sound like he's dying in auto tune.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's good.
Low B, top of C for me. I don't know.
Sure.
So where's he? B below Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Dude, this one's good. This one's goated.
Yeah.
Because we all played as him a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. And I love how Tim it sounds, but it also is so over the top, but it's so Legoed. I don't know. I just like it is one of my all timers. This is one that I would always like. If you were asking earlier, like, oh, some Lego death sounds, this is one of the ones that immediately comes to mind for me.
Same here.
See, I am more of a Boba death guy than I am a Jango death guy when it comes to the sound. I do think, look, I love playing as Jango. I think he's phenomenal. Obviously, the sound of his blasters is like one of the coolest sounds in all of Star Wars. I will say, I think Jar Jar, the two generic deaths, and Yoda are all better than this. However, I do think he is S tier.
Yeah,
okay.
I could see that.
I'm cool.
I like that one a lot, but I know it's not S.
I like that one a lot too. I understand that it sounds nothing like Grievous, but I think it's so funny. See, I'd put it below Anakin.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I'd put it above Chewie.
Wow, I don't know.
I did think of this one just because I play as Grievous all the time, but it's not like iconic.
Yeah,
Chewie I feel like is iconic, but also because I have Chewbacca in my head all the time.
Yeah,
noise.
Yeah,
I'm okay with below Anakin.
Yeah, I would still put it below Chewbacca.
It's simple. It's effective. It's a stormtrooper. It's great. I think it's somewhere in A, personally.
I would say A. That's like iconic. That's iconic to the game.
I do love that one.
Classic.
It is classic. I love that it doesn't draw on too long. Because there's some that like they go on a little too long. That one's just like, oh, you can tell it's a Tusken Raider, and it's not too loud. It doesn't destroy your eardrums. It fades off, you know?
Yeah.
That also might be an A right there. I don't like to put it in the.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in A.
Yeah. Ooh.
Another screecher.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's kind of funny, but it really hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah. Put C.
I agree. I think it's worse than Wicket. Like as Ewoks, I think it's worse. It's not F, but it's worse than Ewoks.
It's not as like Ewoks are more iconic than that when I think of Star Wars, the game.
Dude, I love Greedo, bro.
That one's goated.
That one is good. It's so
That's
good.
classic Lego Star Wars.
If people aren't crazy about it, I'd put it in S, but I know that might be crazy. I could put it low S, but
A or bottom of S.
I mean, how often are people really playing with
every
the
real
general,
Lego Star
Gen Pop? How often are people really playing with Greedo? You know?
Hey, to achieve Boba, you have to play with Greedo. That's just the thing, because Greedo is the cheapest and earliest bounty hunter you could get.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So
he's between Obi and R2.
Yeah.
Or how is that? Okay.
I'd be fine with him being below Obi. That's fine.
Yeah. Sounds like a diarrhea.
It does, and that's what's great. So the Kubaz, as they are the Imperial spy.
Yep.
I had an action figure of him as a kid, and I was like, this guy's the coolest dude ever.
Dude.
I don't know why I thought that, but I loved him.
Scratch the itch I felt out of these sounds. You know, it's just ooh, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
I don't know if I'd put it I'd put it like top of B.
Okay, top of B. Sounds good.
I'm cool with above Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Whoa.
Listen, first of all, insane that the Bespin Guard got their own unique sound. Like, it's funny, so I don't want to say it's like straight up bad and it doesn't like hurt my ears, but it's just like
I would say lower than Chewbacca on a B. Yeah.
I was gonna say top of C.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but it does.
I do like it.
I do kind of like it. I don't know.
Look, is it a Gamorrean guard? Yes. Do I love Return of the Jedi? Yes. Is this an annoying sound? Also, yes. So I would say probably below Qui-Gon in C.
Oh.
Where I'm like,
Yeah, I definitely like Qui-Gon better.
I like Qui-Gon better than this.
Okay. Sure.
Bib
It's a variation, it sounds like, you know.
Yeah. Bib Fortuna, again, kind of bogus.
Also, like
Bib Fortuna.
Also, like, again, why did Bib get his own unique sound? If the Kaminoans got Luke's death sound, why did Bib Fortuna not also get it? Because listen, I'm sorry, Bib Fortuna ain't that big of a character. It's a good sound, like, but it could have you could have given this to like Kiadi Mundi or something, you know?
It's
like
mid in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just weird. It kind of throws me off.
C.
Yeah.
C?
Yeah, see.
Sure.
It's not as annoying as a Wicket or a Jawa, but it's definitely below. I would say maybe it's even below.
And this is the character I'm like, who is playing as Bib Fortuna?
I would say below a Gamorrean.
Yeah, I like Gamorrean way more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Bosk kind of goated. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not S, and I don't even know if it'd be A, but I do like Bosks.
You're saying S?
No. I'm saying I wouldn't say S or A, but I do like him. I do like Bosks.
I honestly like the Clankers more than him.
I agree.
Yeah.
So bottom of B or top of C?
I'd say bottom B.
Cool.
Yeah. That's
my goat.
Yeah.
That's goated. That being said,
biased.
That doesn't sound to me. You said it sounded like Tim. See, that sounds to me like OG Boba voice, which I do like. I do like that about it.
I think it sounds like Tim, but with the modulator on it.
See, I think it sounds like the "he's no good to me, dead" Boba. You know, just you know.
Yeah.
But I still love it. Doesn't matter. It's all semantics. I think it's great.
I think it's better than Jar Jar. I don't think it's better than the generics, though.
You're saying S for that one?
I absolutely say S.
Django's an S, right?
Yeah, Django's an S, and it's better than Django.
Nope. Django's better.
I like Django's better.
Because Django got the yai.
Yeah. Wow, that was perfect.
Thank you, man. For my best. I mean, listen. As long as they're next to each other, that's fine. But I think Django is better. Dude. Oh,
yeah, that's.
Personally, I don't get why they don't have the same one. Because here's the thing about Django is I'm like, that's Django. When I hear Boba, I'm like, that could also be a stormtrooper. You know?
Yeah.
No, dude. All right, I'll below Django S.
Sure.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah. That helps me. I'm a
compromiser.
Okay with that.
Yep.
That's an A for there.
We'll put it in A. I love that one.
I love it too.
You're putting that in S, would you say?
I would put it in A. I'd put it above I'd probably put that one top of A.
I agree.
Yep, I would throw it in A. Top.
Dude.
I was like,
Dude, the fact that they made him like glub like a fish is hilarious, dude.
Awesome. I think it's better than Obi-Wan.
do it again.
To me, it's better than Obi-Wan. Like, that sound is hilarious.
It's just so funny. Again, also, who's playing as Admiral Akbar though? Like, I need like a consensus of like
Just
the
one
random
guy doing all of them.
Yeah.
I beat Lego Star Wars as Admiral Akbar.
I would say better than Obi-Wan, not as good as the generic imp death, where like it's the
definitely not as good as that. I could do above Obi-Wan to appease you too. I would say Obi-Wan's better, but I do like it.
I like Obi-Wan better just because you hear it more personally, but I do think like in a vacuum, I'm like, this one's pretty goated.
A's getting a little crowded here, boys.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, there's so many great sounds, bro.
Okay.
Dude, Beer Doom is classic. Beer Doom. That's always what I called it. Is like,
I would say B for this guy.
like, is it IG-88 at all? No, but it is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's B.
Like, this could have just been the Battle Droid death sound, and they were like, what if we just made IG-88 sound like a drunk, modulated redneck?
Yeah, I think it's above Anakin in B.
It's funny, bro.
I love Dengar.
Dengar is great, but I'll be honest, it sounds like Boba without the modulator.
Yeah, it just sounds basic. Grace, would you say B or A for him?
For Dengar?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think he's A. B is fine. He's not bad. He's good.
Yeah.
Dengar.
B for basic, that's what I'm thinking.
B for basic. Are we putting him above or below Chewbacca?
I think Chewbacca's better.
Better than Maul?
Personally,
I'll put him over Maul.
I'll do over Maul for sure, yeah.
I hate that one. Bottom of C.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I hate that one. Again, why did the random Imperial droid get it? Like, it could have just been an R2 scream. F is a great place.
You say bottom of F?
Top.
Oh, top of F? Sure.
I like Geonosian better, but Will does not.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I honestly don't care. I don't like it either way, so it can go bottom of F.
Dude,
I've never heard that one actually, because I never played his. I never unlocked him.
It's wow.
Yeah,
interesting. It's weird because like I like it, but it doesn't feel very indie to me.
I'd put it in C. I like all the other ones more because even the humans, Obi, Anakin, I don't like it more than. I like it more than Leia and Padme, but it just sounds like the most basic human noise ever. Even Lando had a better one than that,
Yeah. This is honestly a pretty solid list, dude.
Solid, yeah.
I'm cool.
I'm pretty happy with it. I like this. I dig this. I think it shows that there is a lot more good than bad when it comes to the sounds,
I was honestly surprised to see as many as C and B. I mean, we did a good job switching because there's not too many in S. It's a good even number.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, we're getting here to our last few questions. Grayson, go for it.
Harry, I've got some rapid fire questions for you. You don't feel like you have to be rushed, but these are some quick ones because we want to get to know you a little bit more about Star Wars and just also Lego stuff, but also for everybody else to figure out a little bit more about you. So I'm going to go rapid fire here, and you can talk as little or as long as you want. But first one, what's your favorite Lego game, dude?
Probably Complete Saga or Batman 1. Either of those.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Those are both top tier. Yeah.
Yes.
I think you'd be hard pressed not to find someone who most people are like Complete Saga, but I feel like then it's like Complete Saga, and then everybody else has like and then there's also this other franchise, whether it's indie, whether it's Batman. But...
I think honestly Batman. Well, because clearly it's going up against what's his name? Who composed Star Wars? John
Williams.
But Batman stuff, just the vibes, Just
Dude, Lego
that-
Batman 1 is classic Batman vibes, and that's what's awesome about it.
Like I can't say it's better than the Star Wars soundtrack, obviously, because it's Star Wars, but you know what I mean? Like as a Star Wars fan, I'll listen to that and it's just so refreshing because it's such a different vibe.
So different. Yeah. I remember in Batman when you're doing the combat and like the thugs will like fly across the screen or whatever. I was like, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Next one. What's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh, probably Cad Bane. That's actually easier than I thought. Yeah, Cad Bane.
Will is gonna lose his mind. We love Cad Bane, but that was not what I was expecting.
Cad Bane's your number one?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously switched around. If we're really talking story, like arcs and stuff. Oh, what, is he your number one too?
He's one of his faves.
Cad Bane is, for me, and I think I will die on this hill, the most underrated character in Star Wars.
Sure. Yeah.
He's goated.
Coolest, literally one of the cool, like I think Maul is the best villain. Cad Bane is one of the best characters of all time.
Like if we're talking story arc and stuff, I can't say he's the best because we don't know as much as we do for others. But yeah, coolest. I mean, the most potential. Just badass in general. You know.
There's not a character I would not want to see in Star Wars interact with Cad Bane.
Yep.
I want to see Cad Bane interact with literally everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Will, don't hit the RPG button, but there was a Star Wars tabletop RPG that I DM'd or GM'd last year, and like Cad Bane was one of the first characters that I was like, man, he'd be so easy to show up because like he just can kind of appear everywhere.
Yep.
You know, like and just be like, oh, he's just doing a bounty. You know, he can show up in Bad Batch, right? And he could like dude, it would have been sick if Cad Bane had showed up in Rebels, dude.
Oh yeah.
That'd have been
I would
sick.
love to see him in Rebels form. That'd be interesting. The animation style. Yeah.
I think he would have looked really cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his species too. What's his species name again?
The Duros.
Yeah, Duros are sick.
Yeah. He's one of Dave Filoni's coolest creations. He's also so quintessentially Star Wars and George Lucas.
Yep.
Good pick.
Thank you.
The last one is this is not your favorite, although it could be your favorite. They may not be mutually exclusive, but what is your Star Wars comfort movie?
Honestly, this might be a hot take, but comfort, just strictly if I just want to be comforted, I would say Rogue One.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's not a hot take.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like all the others, 4 through 6, you know, it's rough, especially with my attention span, editing shorts all day and stuff. It's great for the story, you know. 1 through 3 are great. I love every time I watch them, I feel like I missed something before, and it's that political thing, or whoa, you know, just understanding the politics of the world is great. But again, I gotta lock in. Rogue One is just super simple, smooth, easy to understand, great visuals, love story in there too. You know, the music's insane, and it's like fresh. I don't feel like I know it as well as the other movies. So
yeah, no, that's a good take. Mine rotates a lot. Rogue One is definitely up there. I think it's weirdly I feel like definition of comfort changes. I would get into mine, but maybe we'll save that for another time.
Okay, all right.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know my
Okay,
because I also don't know Will's, so the three that I rotate, but I have a king of the Star Wars comfort movies. The three that I rotate is either The Phantom Menace, is either Return of the Jedi, but the number one comfort movie for me is Solo.
I was gonna say Solo could be on there.
Yeah. It's a fun ride. There's nothing crazy about it. It's got good performances. It's good pace, everything. But generally, I lean to the ones that like have the happier endings. But like then again, like when I'm in Star Wars, I'm in comfort. So, Will, what is yours?
My favorite movie is Return of the Jedi, but I think my comfort is Empire. Honestly, because I think Empire is the one that like. Look, I love Return of the Jedi, and it's so much fun. But Empire, I feel like is like so ingrained in my brain. Like everything from that movie, from like start to finish, is like I know what's happening every what's happening next in every movie. But for Empire, it's like, okay, they're doing this, that guy's going to do that, that guy's going to do that. So Empire is probably the one that I have on in the back the most. It's between that one and honestly Attack of the Clones.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the two that, like, if I want to just put on a movie and I'm like, it's just cool to have on in the background, those are the two that I'm like,
wow,
go for it.
Yeah.
I feel
all
like
solid takes.
What's that?
I said all solid takes.
Yeah, but Empire for me, it just leaves me with an icky feeling because I know it's going to happen later, in Return, but it's just seeing Luke like that, the arm cut off and, or the hand cut off, and just they're in Cloud City. It's just not familiar territories, because even the Super Star Destroyer they're on, I forget the exact name, right? Or they're in Cloud City, they're on Hoth. It's great world building, but it's just all these temporary spaces. As like the other two movies have Death Stars, you're just familiar with it, or the Rebel base, right? That type of stuff.
Yeah,
less moving around. So it's those are more comfy than Empire for me. But,
I will say Empire is definitely a comfort movie for me as well, because I feel like it was the one they played the most back in the day when they would play it on TV around Christmas.
Oh.
So like that time of year is like, I'm immediately thinking Empire, like obviously Hoth and like the snow and everything and the way that movie starts. But like when I watch Empire, it's hard for my brain not to like blink and reset when I know the commercials were going to come in on like when it was playing on like ABC or CBS or Fox or any of those when it was on TV. Like when they do, what was it, the 25 Days of Christmas, like on ABC, they would play that sometimes. They would also play, I mean, it's always on FX. Like if you're in a hotel room.
It's so true, because Empire has that like Scrooge vibe to it, where fighting Darth Vader in the cave, right? You're seeing these just images of your life or Luke's face inside of the helmet. Like that's always giving me icky vibes. Just odd,
Yeah.
And then the fight scene with Vader and Luke, it's just, there were things in there that just, you see Luke lose, right? And it's just, I want the good guy to win. And the whole Empire is like that. They're just getting constantly shut down. So interesting.
Yeah. I will say the middle of that movie is like, that's where I'm like, that's the rise right there of like, obviously Grayson will talk about it, but like,
I was going to say, For me, it's when Luke is on Dagobah is very comfortable for me for some reason.
Yeah,
like there is like Yoda brings a warming presence.
Oh, okay.
That I really enjoy. Like even if he's on this crummy swamp planet, like from the music and the whimsy of John Williams of Yoda's theme to them being in his hut as stew is brewing. Like it's one of the few places that I'm like, man, I feel like weird. Like Dagobah feels kind of like a home, And it's weird because growing up, I like did not like. I was like not a Dagobah guy, and as I've gotten older, I'm like, you know what? I kind of love Dagobah. Yeah. That being said, when you're tying it into Lego, before we wrap up here, the Dagobah levels and the Empire Strikes Back levels in general gave me the most dread. In like every single one of those levels either scared me or made me mad or made me angry or made me stressed out, because it was like you open with the Hoth bomb thing, and that bomb makes me so mad because you're trying to drag it around and it's annoying. It's so annoying. And then you get the Hoth escape level, but you're like sliding on the ice, and that annoyed me. And then you get some of the like Luke and like the trippy swamp stuff, right? And then you get the best end of the escape where it's like stressful, and then you're fighting Vader, and I'm like, this is like it's just like
screw that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
A great take.
All right, dude. Our last question. It's a short question that sometimes has a long answer. Everybody who we have on here, there's one common denominator, and it's we all love Star Wars, and no matter what way that is, we all do. The question is, why do you love Star Wars?
Yep, that's a long one. That's a long one. But let's see. I think clearly the story, I love it too, rewatching everything with my girl it was her first time, but me rewatching it through the lens of a newbie, right? I have a lot of respect for the love scenes in there, or love stories, right? Between Han and Leia, or especially Padme and Anakin. She loved that. And especially leading up to the last one I showed her was episode 3. We just went in the order they were released. Mm-hmm. So her seeing what happened between Anakin and Padme, it's like, wow, that's actually really well written. Like that's deep. And I feel like so bad, for Padme and just for everyone involved, and so bad for Anakin. So I just love that. I have a deep appreciation for the love in those stories. And then they're so well thought out, especially 1, 2, and 3, just the politics involved. I mean, they all make me think, but how they were written and how I watched them as a kid, I just love 4, 5, and 6 got me into the Star Wars. Just that looks really cool. And then as an adult, looking back on 1, 2, and 3 and understanding the politics of it more, it's so relevant to the world we live in and always will be, just the whole storyline of Palpatine, right, taking over. I'm like, that is so smart. I personally think, that type of stuff goes on today. It's like, that is so accurate. And that happens in every century, so it's so relevant.
Yeah.
And that's the one word I'll say. It's just relevant always. And you make some cool sets out of it. And that's what I love, tying it into Lego, being able to build a set and always have content about it. So that's a way to play as an adult, and hopefully people listening, buy a Lego set, watch your favorite show or TV movie with that thing in there. And I guarantee you don't have to swoosh it around, but you can just hold it and be like, wow, like I'm playing with it by imagining in my head, this is in the movie. These are the characters. Like I can position them like in the movie, and having the multimedia, like you said, Will, just there's physical media, or there's physical stuff. There's the online media, there's toys, games, everything. So you tie in your toys, your Lego with the movies and all that good stuff. And it's like a lifestyle, you're always living it and it never runs out. And even though Disney does some questionable things at times, I'm just glad it's still going and we're getting something at least, right? And it's relevant.
Yeah,
that's the word. Yep.
That's a new one. I don't think we've heard someone say. I mean, people have kind of said the topic before, but I don't think like relevancy is a big thing. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for being on.
Yes.
Truly, as soon as Grayson had texted me, he was like, hey, I just met Harry. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, bummed because I wasn't there. But I'm so happy you guys got to meet. I'm so happy that you took the time to jump on for this. Thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy flying back and forth between Lego headquarters and wherever else you're planning on going and whatever event you got going on. But dude, thank you so much for being on. Plug your stuff one more time before we head out, just so people know where to find you.
I will. Well, you can follow me on Brickmaster Harry on any platform, really. And then I also just want to say thank you for having me. I love seeing all of your content online, both of you guys. And it's a comforting space whenever I see your videos, talking about comfort. Just scrolling through, I'll just stop and, take a gander and take the trivia quiz that one of you is giving someone, right? So I really appreciate what you guys do in the Star Wars community. Make some more Lego content, I'll be even more. But this is a good start, this podcast, weaving it in there. So thank you.
We got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're merging. Dude, thank you so much for being on. And
thank you. And shout out to all the listeners too.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
Obviously, you're probably already subbed to Harry on YouTube, but if you're not, go sub, go follow everywhere, and go watch Brick Click if you want to go watch Harry on some reality TV Lego nonsense.
Sure, there you go.
Going on, dude. That's super cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like, you can purchase some merch. Link in the description. You can go get some merch. You can support the show that way. We obviously love that you're here and that you're viewing the content. But if you would like to support the show even more, you can become an official member of Focus Squadron, become a member on YouTube. You get some cool stuff there, some exclusive stuff that Grayson and I are doing as well. And then if not, we'll see you every Monday on Determined Focus Live. Thank you so much for being here. Grayson, anything else to add?
Only one thing. Your focus determines your reality.